This is Scott Welch, Muscle Insider Magazine. I'm here with the 2019 Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry.
Hey, how you guys doing?
You're looking good. You're looking full. Obviously dressed to impress.
Yeah, I got to be the business of bodybuilder right now. I'm setting a standard. Being an ambassador. I know I'm going to be in cameras. I got to look the part and be the part. So, it's just, I got a good wife. I got good people around me. They know how to make me look good.
Amazing. And last year, this was your show. You won it. That was a stepping stone for you into the Olympia. How are you feeling tonight about William Bonac's condition?
I'm very excited. William Bonac was able to bring the package he brought. We know at the Olympia he was really, really crisp in condition, but he lacked some of that pop. So it's good to see him bring some of that pop back. I know he can be. Some of us guys, it's not that we're lazy. We overwork. And William's one of those characters that can overwork himself, and I think that's what he did for the Olympia. I think he just did too much work, and he was almost probably on the verge of overworking himself for this because he's so competitive, but he was able to bring enough fullness and to bring it out because, he has an impact physique when you see those round muscle bellies. When he's flat, he doesn't have the same impact. So I'm glad he was able to get that package that he brought tonight. So.
And Big Rami, we weren't sure what we were going to see with Chad Nichols working with him. How did you feel he came in tonight?
I think it's respectable for the first time out with a new coach. It's a very respectable look. They got a lot that you got to figure out, man. And you don't do it overnight. So he's going to need a couple more shows to really figure it out with Chad. So hopefully they're patient enough to do it. But he was still impressive, man. He's Big Rami for a reason. And when he come out with that much size, you're just gonna impress people. And his conditioning wasn't terrible. Yes, of course, it could have been better. But, he's a work in progress at this point.
Steve Kuklo, we weren't expecting him to come in. What did you think of his conditioning tonight?
See, you wasn't expecting that, but I've seen Steve. Steve's been steady. Yep. He's steady improving, steady consistency, and he's figuring some things out. So, I think he got well-deserved what he deserved, and he's moving up in the pack. But that's because he's Mr. Consistent. He's been consistent, so the judges are rewarding him. It's good.
And Dexter Jackson, this is his last Arnold Classic. How did it feel for you, someone who grew up to Dexter in the different decades, and to see him here in his last show?
Man, Dexter's amazing, man. Amazing. Came out tonight, man. He was so full, man. He was so impressive. I was questioning whether they were going to give him the win, because he was just that impressive. And for him to do it in his retirement year and to make this impact, man, it won't be another guy to do it, man. So just to go out in this fashion, come on. That creates a legacy that is going to be unheard of. People will be talking about Dexter forever.
Now, how has your life changed since you now are the reigning Mr. Olympia? From before, you were obviously on the way, climbing up. How has your life changed now that you are you're the face of bodybuilding?
Well, it's the schedule, the obligations and, the accountability and the responsibility of carrying the title. So, I always got eyes on me. I'm always traveling. I'm always on the move. So I always got to make sure I'm representing the sport well, and I'm trying to give my best efforts and best face for all the fans and all the people I come in contact with. So even on the bad days, I got to suck it up and I got to do what I need to do because this sport is important to me, and I want to be able to represent it well and make all the bodybuilding fans proud of who they can call their champion. So it's a big responsibility, but they come with too much is given, much is required.
How often are you spending? How much time of the year are you spending now in Kuwait?
Well, as I've been progressing in my career, I've been able to spend less time in Kuwait. But the plan is actually, after this motivational weekend, is to go out there and get some off season for at least a couple months, come back and do my guest posing thing, and then find a time when I'm going to get out there for my last, 12, 14-week stretch, whatever we need to get ready. So it's less time, but, because I have a lot more responsibilities all the way around. Got, a gym that just opened. I got another gym that's going to be open in the summer. So I got a lot of things I'm trying to juggle as well. So it's, when it's work time, it's grind time, I go there and I zone in. And that's what I've been able to need, and it's been a benefit to me because my life is full. 4 kids, wife, schedule, everything. So when I can get away and just focus on work, that's when you're going to get the best Brandon.
So, the myth that you could just become Mr. Olympia and then just get paid to train, that's totally not true, is it?
I've had a unique career, man. I had a unique career where I've been blessed enough to be, able to support myself even as an amateur bodybuilder. So I've come up in an era where the magazines were big, and we had contracts. So I've kind of been able to navigate, fortunately for me, through the business of bodybuilding, and been able to maintain contracts for most of my career. So for most of my career, I've been paid to train. I haven't done much besides bodybuilding. So I'm not the norm, and I'll say that I'm not the norm. But I've been in a position to where things weren't always certain for me either. But I've been able to survive in this industry and this industry has been, fortunate enough to have this industry bless me enough to hang in there and be supported by it. So, but I'm not the exception, especially nowadays in the social media game. It doesn't come easy. You're not going to get paid to work out from the jump. They're not necessarily giving you contracts on potential like back in the day. So you got to have to show your worth today, and a lot of that is through social media. So, so I'm in a different spot today. I had to learn the game. I had to teach a dog new tricks. I wasn't about the social media when they first came around, but then I took my own personal hit because of it. So I had to get on that horse and figure out how to ride it.
Brandon Curry, Mr. Olympia, Scott Welch, Muscle Insider. Check out the rest of our coverage at muscleinsider.com.